Okay, NAMM 2014, we are over here at the UAD booth, and we're going to be talking to Lev, product manager, and he's going to show us the Apollo Twin.
That's right. So thank you guys for coming by. Yeah, the big announcement for the show is Apollo Twin. It's a desktop interface, and it literally gives you the sound of analog in a desktop form factor. And so what's really great about it is that it's the exact same electronics as the larger rack mount Apollos, and you really don't find that when you get down to these desktop interfaces with a big knob. They're usually compromised to work off of bus power or something. This has got the exact same electronics as Apollo. So again, great sound quality, the same A to Ds, D to As, mic preamps, headphone amps that you find on the bigger rack mounts.
All in this small box.
All in this small box, and even more so, it also has DSP on board. So just like the bigger Apollos that has real-time UAD processing, you can plug into the front or back, process through plugins, all at sub 2 millisecond latency. So the customer who's using it doesn't know there's any latency going on, not like they're used to, like if you try to do that through a DAW, because there's too much round-trip latency.
Right.
Because we have DSP here, you plug right in, it goes in through the DSP and right out again.
One chip or?
Well, yeah, great question. There's actually two versions of the box. There's the Apollo Twin Solo, which is $699, and then there's the Duo with two DSPs for $899 US Street. So an incredible price, but again, the most important thing is that we have the great sound quality, we've got real-time UAD processing. Some of the other things that are really great about it, on the back it's Thunderbolt. So this is really now the Thunderbolt, the premier Thunderbolt interface for your desktop. We've already got Thunderbolt on the rack mount devices. The hardware itself, I'll just take you guys through it really quick. Obviously the central, part of it is this large knob here, but we wanted to make it easy to go between input and output. So we've got these two focus buttons on the left and right. On the left, you've got the preamp side, and as you click the button, you see the text sort of flips between channel 1 and channel 2, and you can obviously see I've got different settings for channel 1 and channel 2. So very easy to just set gain. If you want, you can also stereo link the channels, and you see they both get lit up, right? And so you get the ability to do stereo miking very, very easily. Okay, so that's a little bit about the input side. Going over to the output side, the monitor button flips you between headphone and monitor, and again, those are individual gains for each, and you can even just hit the knob and you mute the output. So again, really great for tracking if you've got your speakers playing back and you're gonna mic something. Really quick, just one button, you mute it. Now you flip over to your headphones, you adjust the gain there. Headphone out right on the front, so again, you don't have to go around the back of the box, and it's not gonna move around your desktop, because the other thing is that it's very heavy. It's about a little over 2 pounds, so a really premium feel. It's not going anywhere. Again, we've got the guitar input on the front. It's auto switching. You just plug it in and it automatically switches to listening to that guitar, so you don't have to route anything. On the back, we've got 2 mic line combo jack inputs, 4 outputs on the back, including the monitor outputs, which are actually digitally controlled analog. So if I go over here and I turn this gain, it's actually doing it in the analog domain, not in the digital domain. And a lot of interfaces, they do it in the digital domain, and you actually lose bit resolution as you turn it down. This is full 24-bit, 192K resolution. It's beautiful. As I mentioned, it's Thunderbolt, so it connects right to any Mac with Thunderbolt 1 or Thunderbolt 2, and the external power supply comes with it, and it's a locking power supply, so it's not going to come off, which is great. And then last, the hidden gem is that there's actually expansion. There's ADAT optical in, or you can switch it to be SPDIF. So you really can actually get 10 in and 6 out on the box, all in this small desktop form factor, which is pretty incredible. The last thing I want to talk about is more of a software feature. So, we've had Apollo out in the market for about 2 years, but we're debuting a brand new mic preamp technology called Unison. Now, Unison mic preamp technology is the first faithful recreation of classic mic preamps in an interface. And so what you're actually seeing here is our first Unison-enabled mic pre. This is the 610B. It's actually going to be shipping for free with the Apollo Twin. And it actually gives you a faithful recreation of actually having the tube mic preamp plugged into Apollo Twin. Now, it's more than just a plug-in, okay? There's actually digitally controlled monitoring and mic preamps on the box, and the mic preamps actually talk to the plug-in digitally, but controlling it in the analog domain. So as you can see, if I were to turn this knob, you see it's actually controlling the input stage, but that's actually on the box.
Okay.
And we've actually matched the reference level of the plug-in to the input, so that audio coming into the box is the same as it would be coming into the actual 610 preamp. Now, if you want to control it further, there's other gain stages. You just push and hold the knob. It sort of lights up on the GUI here.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm able to get to the input, to the level, and then to the trim. So I can really go through without even messing with the mouse, get my gain staging right, get something that sounds good. There's so much sonic variance here because this is a warm, rich tube transformer mic pre. So you really get the sound of this all going. And the last thing that's really important is there's variable impedance on the hardware. and that variable impedance actually talks to your microphone and loads it correctly. So you actually get the sound of that hardware on the input, and you get the actual electronic interaction with the microphone as it would be if you had the hardware.
That's nice. Now, I know this is probably not the case now, but do you guys have any ideas about possibly integrating the ability to use that knob with your other plugs?
Yeah, people have asked us for that at the show.
Yeah, I didn't think it was happening now. It's great. It's working with the
Yeah, the reason that we like it is because it says preamp, and that's a preamp, and so we can do that. But definitely, we've got some requests about it. I don't know if we'll do it or not, but I think it's a great idea. But yeah, we'll see.
Awesome. Well, that looks pretty incredible. Ship dates and
great
price?
question. Yeah, so the solo version is going to be $699 street, and the duo version with 2 DSPs, $899 street. They're now shipping, which is really great, so you can actually go order them at your local shop or online. It comes with actually 14 plugins, so tons of things. Obviously the 610 is included. We're also including a guitar and bass amp from Softtube for free. And then again,
these guys are everywhere now.
They are, yeah, they're really great. And then we're doing our classic bundle of 1176s, LA2As, Pultecs, RealVerb Pro, and a bunch of other great plugins. So right out of the box, $699, $899, you're going to get a full suite of plugins to get you started tracking with no latency. So really excited about it, and yeah, it's available now.
Lev, thank you so much. We
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate it.
NAMM.
Cheers.
All right, NAMM 2014.